All right, continuing our work with exponents. We're going to talk about multiplying exponents with the same base. And we can find the power of a power. So kind of the product of a power rule. So what the base idea is, if your exponent, so the number that is the big number that is like not raised up is the same. When you multiply exponents, again, you have to be multiplying them, okay? You have to be multiplying them. You're going to end up adding. So this is m plus n. So again, if I add 5 to the third times 5 squared, I would say, okay, I'm going to take my base number of 5, do 3 plus 2, which gives me 5 to the 5th power. Whereas when you take an exponent and it's raised to another exponent, m to the nth power, you have to multiply those, okay? So again, this is like a, and then the difference here is that I have the m exponent raised to the nth power, okay? So this is like saying m times n. So let's look at some examples here. Just finish that one off. Okay. So I see I have a base of 3 and a base of 3. Perfect. And I'm multiplying. So I'm going to say this is equivalent to the base of 3. And then I need to add my exponents. 1 plus 3. Well, 1 plus 3 is 4. So this is going to be 3 to the 4th power. All right. Remember, if you don't have an exponent, you can assume that it is a 1. So if I look, I have a base of A, but then I have a base of B. That's different. So I got to be very careful to not combine those. So I'm only going to combine A to the 5th. I'm going to add A to the 1st to that. So this is A to the 6th. But my final answer has to include that B squared as well. So A to the 6th, B squared. Okay, keeping going. So again, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my coefficients and I'm going to multiply those. So negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. And then I'm going to look at my exponents, which is x squared and x to the 5th. So I have x squared times x to the 5th, which is 2 plus 5. Which equals x to the 7th. So now I got to combine that and say my final answer is negative 6 x to the 7th. All right, I noticed that I have a power raised to a power. So this is 3 squared raised to the 3rd power. So this is like saying 3 squared times 3 squared times 3 squared again, which again, our rules say, hey, take your two exponents and multiply them again together. 2 times 3 is 6. Do not add them, okay? Again, if you look at kind of the example that we drew here, exponents mean to repeat the multiplication X amount of times. So whatever's in my parentheses is going to be multiplied by itself 3 times. 3 squared times 3 squared times 3 squared. 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. So it's the same thing as saying, it's the same thing as saying 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 3 squared. 3 squared, 3 squared. And again, my base is A, so this is like saying 6 times 2. So I get a base of A and an exponent of to the 12th power.